This game is constantly evolving, folks. There's a lot going on right now. Yes, this is tricks, tips and secrets in BMX streets. We're about 4 days in since the release and there's been a ton of stuff on Discord or on stream, particularly what the old potato has brought up. And just little things that I don't think people know about and they should, maybe. Like a lot of quality of life things, little tricks, tips, things which will help you out in playing the game, or just cool stuff which maybe nobody knows. So I'm going to go through them in order. I'll add timestamps to everything as well. And without further ado, so actually the first thing I want to bring up is there's now beta and experimental branches of the game. So playing on Steam, go into the settings for the game, go to betas, and you'll notice there's the regular version, a beta and experimental. From what I know, experimental is the most up-to-date and kind of, well, experimental version of the game where Mash is testing out different physics things before releasing it properly. So if you want it as up-to-date as possible and with the most fixes, I'd maybe try this. Things could go wrong, but from my experience, it's just been a lot of improvements, so I'd definitely recommend choosing this. And as of the time of making this video, we've had some kind of major updates on the experimental branch. Input registration is more like pipe now, so you don't need to zero out all the inputs, like reset them before launching a trick. I'll actually show this in a little bit. Multi-monitor setups, fixed there. Physics, this is a big thing. Something to do with the manuals and other various physics things have changed a little bit and it does feel better than it used to. So that's actually a really huge thing. So as you go down, you'll notice there's been a lot of little updates. Mash has been really busy doing like multiple updates a day. Like tire pressure settings have been removed. Session marker audio online has also been changed. That's huge because that was really annoying. That constant clicking sound you used to hear. Yeah, definitely go on to the beta or, well, I'd say experimental branch. Look through the patch notes. There's a bunch of stuff going on and probably more things will change by the time this video comes out. So just be aware of that. Okay, so right away, one trick which I did not know about is on the keyboard, if you use left and right, you can actually change the time of day like this without going into a menu. It does seem like it's maybe a little slow, but as you can tell with the shadows moving, you can change time really easily. Even while you're just riding around, you could hold it down on the keyboard and probably get some crazy shots or something like that. But it is something that's in there and I never knew about it. So yeah, the thing I mentioned before about preloading tricks, you'll see I'm holding down LB and RB. And if I just hop and then go up, you're immediately going to a tuck no hander. Same with tail whips, holding it down, you do it. You don't have to release and then do it again. So for example, some of the missions that were really tricky, like that backflip turn down mission, you can actually preload the trick in advance, which makes it a ton easier than it used to be. So that's actually a huge difference. And it may help a lot of people out, especially with the challenges. And it just feels a bit more like pipe now. It's kind of a simple but huge change to the game. Another one that blew my mind is sliders are in the game. Like, there's no mention of it anywhere, but if you press LB, RB, as you can see on the controller on the screen, you can do sliders. And it also lets you get out. It is a little kind of hard to use, to be honest. Let's see if we can get a clean one. So maybe you feel like getting out of fakie is not great, but if you want to do slider style tricks, you definitely can. And yeah, my mind was blown when I figured this out because there's no mention of it anywhere in the game. It's crazy. Another one while we're in this area, if you want to get some boxes, my recommendation in this starting area is to get the trike, as long as you got it, and go up here, and you'll find in some of these upper areas on the left and right, you can like climb both sides and go all the way down. There's actually a box on a pipe at the very end of this. This is the way to get to it from what I can tell. You got access to all this higher up area. And there's a few boxes, maybe 3 or 4, I think. Maybe more actually. If you stick along here or use the trike to get you into really high up places all across the map, you'll find a lot of boxes which you wouldn't normally find. Okay, I learned of this one while I was editing this video, so I'm adding it in here. I've seen people do bar spins and it was the same for me. I did them separately, like if you want to do a double bar spin, which basically makes them look a bit disjointed, but there is actually a way of doing them in a smoother way. Mash mentioned this in the Discord server, so I'll show you. So basically you hold down the right stick and keep pressing LB or RB in the air and you do multiple bar spins. Did you see that? So essentially, he's kind of helping the bar around. He's still touching it both times, but this is a much smoother way of doing double bar spins. Let's just ignore the clipping. It is what it is. But yeah, hold down the right stick and then just keep tapping LB, RB to keep doing more and more bar spins. Next up, you will have seen this place in Masha's videos from a long time ago, and I wasn't exactly sure where it was, but now I've figured it out, I will show you the route to it. It's actually really simple. So you go to the map, go to the basin at the very top, it's the third one from the top, and I will show you the route to it. And there you go. The 100 star map. This is actually my favourite park in the game, and I covered it in the previous video I did yesterday, but just to kind of have it with everything else, I will show you the route to this. Go to the downtown area here, spawn in, and again I will show you the route. And here you go. You can see the 100 written in front of it with the star. Press Y to enter. And there you go, you're inside. Go up to this and you've got a spawn marker so you can come back to this at any time. Next up is the Mega Park. You need 200 stars for this one, and I will show you the route to it just now. So here you see the marker for the mega ramp. Go to this one next to it to the left. So you spawn in here at this bowl section, and I will show you the route to the entrance. And here you go. You'll see 200 on the floor. Go up to the door here, and you'll be inside the park. But to get to the marker, you want to go to the top of this here. So I will just show you how to get to that. And there you go, there's the marker. So here's another section that's actually kind of obscure. It's a really cool part of the map as well, and it took me forever to find it. I will show you the route. Go to the map, and once again go to that downtown spot. And there you go. Here's another good one. There are dirt jumps in the game. I know a lot of people ask, and a lot of people haven't found them. I will show you the route to get to them. Go to the map. Once again, go to this downtown spot, and I will show you the route from here. So you'll come up to some bushes on this right, and if you walk through this takes you pretty much to where the jumps start. You can come in from different angles as well, but this is probably the easiest way to get to this point where you can start off. And there you go. I see a lot of people complaining about 360s. As they are, you can't actually 360 properly, like it doesn't complete. You get like 270 a lot of the time, but there is a way to do them on flat, and that is holding the right stick down as you hop. And you'll notice you pretty much get a perfect 360, not always. Depends on kind of your positioning before, I think, but for the most part, you can get 360s a lot easier, and it will help with a lot of challenges as well. We need to do a 360 and stuff. Another one which people maybe don't know that well is the right stick hops. You hold it in, let go. It's really nice for like smaller grinds and stuff like that, because if you overhop, it can sometimes not look all that great. And it's also ideal for getting that fakie as well. Like it's a perfect 180, which is a nice cleaner way of getting out of things, because sometimes, especially when you're going slow, yeah, like that looks a bit awkward. But no matter what speed you're at with this, you get a cleaner version. Again, it takes a bit of finessing whatever you do to make it look good, but you'll figure it out, I think. If you're doing a point challenge and you're struggling to get enough points, my recommended trick is a bit cheap, but it's just to basically stand on the spot doing a bunch of bar spins. As you'll notice, they get you 660 points. Basically, if you do this, no matter how many points it is, you're going to get it super quick. Especially for things where you've got to get letters and other stuff as well. And you're stressing about getting the letters, and then you think, shit, I haven't got any time to do any tricks to get points. Bang these out first, or do it last, and it will save your day. One thing about the game is it looks washed out, pretty much on like the base settings without any filters. My recommendation is realistic high contrast. I usually stick it on somewhere like 40 to 50. When you go too far, it ends up kind of overly bright maybe. But adjust it to your liking. 45 or so is probably enough. Maybe more actually. If you want a bit more contrast and to make colours in the map pop. You can also use reshade. I don't use it. I'm thinking about actually trying to use it. The old potato uses it and uses like one of the default settings, and it makes it pop even better. While we're here, camera shake is under gameplay. You can turn that off now, so when you're riding at speed, you won't get that annoying shake which kind of nauseates people and just makes it a lot harder to do stuff. This makes a big difference. One hugely important discovery I've made is some of these bars have flashlights on them. We actually saw it in the trailer, I think. If you equip this on the Trike, it's kind of hard to see, but the light is attached to the handlebars of the Trike now. If we make it nighttime, using the keyboard again, look at that, it's lighting up the spot. Okay, ugly trick, but that's not the point. Go to the filming mode. Then look here. You've got a cool lit up little action shot, especially if you're playing on by yourself and you don't have anybody else to light up things for you. If you put the Trike down, then basically you can light up anything at night time and do these cool little shots and clips and things like that. One issue with it, I will say, is if you get to the Trike and try and move it to somewhere else, or just ride it, say you want to light this up. When you get off it, it will go flying. Yeah. I don't know if there's any way to actually get it to stop in a stable way. I was just lucky that it was there at the bench. Not the bench, that ledge before. But each time you get on and try and position it somewhere, like I want to light up this rail, I get off. As you can see, it's a bit of a pain, but still you can use it to your advantage. So here's another one, a really crazy one, which I found on an old potato stream. He's essentially dropping like gems of info all throughout them, so I really recommend watching through his streams. But if you go to change parts, wheels, and valve caps, you'll notice there are some LEDs. You get different types of LEDs which you can use. So I'm using red here. Select this, it's on my bike. Okay, so we got the bike. If we use the keyboard again to make it night, look at that. So if we ride around a little bit, you get to see it in its glory. Of course, you can use the D-pad right to turn this light on. But if you want something a bit different, say if you're filming with other people, you could each get like different coloured LEDs and do some crazy effects with it. It's a nice addition, and I don't think many people will notice that this is there. I can't remember exactly where these were in the map, but yeah. See if they reflect. Yeah, they like light up the walls and stuff like that and surrounding objects as well. So there's probably a few cool little things you can do with this. Definitely worth checking out. Slightly dumb one, but you can backflip on flat, which is not necessarily something you want to do maybe, but especially if you want to do a really tight backflip, if you tuck in the middle of it, you'll notice you actually complete the spin a lot easier. So like off that curb, it maybe makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, do a tuck up in the middle of a backflip and it should get you around quicker. Another real simple one, I think most people know this. If you press start and then immediately press select, you get access to a secret menu, which lets you change the background. Kind of makes it a lot easier to do shots of your bike. You can remove your guy as well and do a whole bunch of other stuff, which was really cool. And while we're here, if you turn around, you'll notice there's a box, so you can pick up some parts there. And right up here, you have to like lift yourself up all the way to get there. I can't remember if it's the triggers or what it is. Yeah, it's the triggers. Basically hold the right trigger all the way and you can get up to this one. There's 2 boxes hidden in this area, and I don't think most people would know about this because they wouldn't look. But yeah, there's 2 boxes here. And that is basically everything. I did want to break from doing long talking videos and just kind of summarize a few things because there's so much going on. The game's been constantly updated, and some of this might be out of date, like very soon, but still. I kind of wanted it all in one place so that people could just reference it whenever they wanted. Use the timestamps, and it should help you out a little bit. Yeah, I'm working on an edit. Now I'm getting into the game more and more. I'm really loving it, if I'm being completely honest. I filmed some pretty sick stuff in my usual style. I'm getting there. So look forward to that. And yeah, probably another video tomorrow as well. We're going to try and get a full week. We'll see. I might get burnt out. Might not. Who knows. But yeah, hope this is useful. Please let me know if there's any other tips and tricks. I kind of want to do a part 2 at some point once I've got enough interesting stuff. So by all means do comment and let me know other things which I might not know, because this is all the things I can think of. If you have any other little nuggets and things, please, for everybody's sake. There's so much unknown stuff at the minute, so it is nice to share it. And yeah, let me know. So that's about it, I think. Thank you very much. Please like, subscribe. Thank you to everybody who's been viewing all my videos. I've been having a bit of a spike in views and everything, and subs as well, so thank you very much. It means a lot, and let's keep it going. Yeah, anyway, thank you and goodbye.